I didn't want to watch the Numbani match, so we'll just go straight into Hanamura. This is Game 3, Reunited versus Rogue, upper bracket finals of Group B at the ESL Atlantic Overwatch Tournament at Game. Everyone, I'm not playing Overwatch. There's no good game modes right now. Blizzard took them. This is like the only Hanamura match I think to date, or like recently. It's hard. I don't know. There's a lot of things to learn, but the new patch is going to change a lot of the way these heroes work. Okay, let's talk about the comps. So Reunited is on offense, Rogue's on defense, and Rogue's got Mei, and the casters are gonna be like, "Oh my God, there's a Mei." Mei is like really good on 2CP because Mei is super good at delaying points, and this map literally like these are the only chokes. You either come up here, come through here, and that's it. Those are your only options. So if you're a Mei and you just say like haha ice wall, they'll have to come through here, or if you say haha ice wall, they'll have to come through there. So you can like force teams to have to pick one of the doors to come through, and most heroes can't even go through this door. So if you wall off this door, you like force their hand, and any player that got behind the wall is kind of out of it. That's why the Mei is good. They have a very tanky lineup. It doesn't have a lot of damage though. All they have is a cam for like reliable damage. He can do right click and freeze damage, but not as much burst. On the flip side, we have a Kib on Reinhardt, or on Genji. We have Winghaven on Reinhardt. Pretty standard comp, I guess, except they're running McCree Genji instead of something tankier. I don't really like this comp, I guess, because I'd rather have a Reaper on this map. Just in general on Hanamura, I think it's better. Because you want to fight on the point, and having a Reaper plus a Zarya is just always good. So yeah, watch. This should be pretty easy to watch without pausing because there's a lot of downtime on 2CP.
Still bringing up the rear, you have to throw up the wall the right time, and then you have a 6v3, can cut half their team down, and then wait for the rest of the reinforcements to come in. So, this is how it's going to be. It's going to be Reunited to start off on the attacking side. It's Hanamura. It's serious business here. Winner of this map will go through to tomorrow, and the loser will have to fight for their survival one more time in the lower bracket.
Yeah, you're gonna want to see a quick push here. They need to
I know, I hate this quality. I didn't ask for this, guys.
There's a Mei on this team. They need to group together and say, you know what, this is how we're gonna bait the wall. We're gonna wait it out. This is what we're gonna.
He missed the wall. That's all I have to say about that. Like, they all got through anyway. But again, this is why Mei's really good, because she can like shut down this entire area and like do damage. Reinforce gets killed by Kib. I don't know how that happened, but that's really pretty bad.
But that's not it. They may be able to be split up one more time, but this whole fight has broken into complete chaos.
Although here comes Tavik. Lucio plus Mei is pretty scary, guys. Oh my God. Tavik got a lot done with that Mei. That was crazy, actually. Like, you don't expect that much.
He has defense as well, and people are able to follow up on that one as well. So, a bit of an elongated push from Reunited. That took quite a lot of time, Stir. They went up the top left side, and that's where you said the fight started to get a bit split up.
Yeah. Well, you can see that even without the Mei wall and the strategy relying on splitting a team up, Mei was still...
Yeah, it was surprising that they won, but Tavik got way too much done. And that goes back to them not having a really way to kill the Mei. I think the only way Tavik's gonna die is if he makes a mistake or if his whole team dies around him.
Even be going for the Mei first, try and get that kill, gonna look for that Zenyatta. Maybe he's pushed back his team, not quite ready again, trying to go up those stairs.
He missed an ult again, or he missed a wall and an ult, but that was a really questionable ult.
Oh, Earthshatter comes in here as well. Tavik going very, very briefly in towards Ice Block, and now coming forward. Oh, he's locked him off. They can't get back through the window.
This is the power of the Mei, is like you get these walls off and you just force players to get stuck in like doorways they don't be stuck in, or take fights that they don't really want to take. But look at this, like they don't really have a way for them to, there's no real way for them to deal with Tavik because he's so tanky. Like he heals himself, he's got bubble, he's got transcendence. Why did they pop these ults? What is going on? Why is Morte popping his ult here? Baits out the high noon, do standard shit.
That's incredible. He just completely trolled Valley Tides. It seems like everything that Tavik is doing is going to be getting a
they're playing so scrappy. Everyone's just hitting Q as fast as they can, which works if you're on defense, but not so much if you're on offense. Yeah, see, he makes a mistake there. Balotage is like fully charged, and him dying is probably going to trigger them losing the point. That's all it takes is him dying for them to like they just needed to kill him. Like, if you get one or two good kills on the defense, you can win every single time. But I don't even think that he needed to die there. I think he just got cocky.
And you're going to need to see them sprinting in here really fast.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty tough to hold that first point indefinitely. It happens that you sort of expect to lose it, but it's taken a long time.
So Reunited has Black Hole and High Noon, and the Rogue only has
2 seconds left here, so that's pretty
Earth Shatter, and they're not really close to anything. Like, all they have is Earth Shatter. So like, unless Reinforce gets a really big Earth Shatter, they're probably gonna lose this push. As we see here, Reinforce kind of mouse ones into them and dies. So that should be the push. Like, they should just lose. Yep, there it is. Rogue down. I don't know why Reinforce fell. If he had just solo ulted wins? Not wins. If he had solo ulted Unfixed, I think Unfixed was his Zarya, he might have been okay. No, if he solo ulted wins, he would have been okay. No, I'm really confused right now. If he solo ulted... Why am I brain farting? If he solo ulted Unfixed, they might have been able to hold. They didn't. They switched classes and like blows my brain up. It's like I've been talking for so long. I watched this match already today, so like I'm not as surprised, I guess. But he died, and he was their only ult, and like he needed to stay alive longer. He needed someone else to bait for him, or like get rid of the shield from Winghaven. Because that was such a bad fight for them. Like, they were really not in a position to win. Like, the only way they win there is if Reinforce gets like the biggest Earth Shatter on like a really priority target. But I don't know if they even had the damage to back it up. Because there were so many ults up on Reunited.
He dropped the Mei, and I feel like maybe that's a little bit of a mistake. They did rush into the first point, and if he could have walled that off, that's pretty much the same situation.
I think that they're not as good at playing Mei on the second point for some reason. Like, they always switch off at the second point, but Mei is just as good at the second point as she is on the first.
Mei tactics on competitive Overwatch. I wouldn't have believed you.
I would have expected it.
I believe that though.
I'm the one believer. Hey, next a couple of months, we'll get ready to start talking about these legitimate honest strategies, because it's coming.
I'm not ready for it. I'm just not ready for it. I need an adult. Anyway, Reunited setting up here as well.
Now Reunited's like, we're gonna run Mei. Alright, cool. They got a pretty good time, Reunited, considering how bad their first pushes were. So like, that's good for them, is that they got it in under 6 minutes. Not the worst, but we're just seeing a mirror matchup. Like, Reunited switched their lineup to match exactly what Rogue did before. They have the Reaper. They have a very tanky defense on Reunited right now. I'm calling him Reinforce, but Reinforce is actually an English word, so it blows my mind.
Oh dear, Rogue getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine, and it's pretty darn chilly here. They're losing a...
I don't really like Unfixed position here though. Like, he seems to hold this wall the entire time, but like, I guess it's just safer. Like, you can't mess it up, because we saw TV mess it up, so I guess it's good in that aspect. But I feel like he could be doing more damage just by spamming the choke.
It's still a very delicate situation. You still have to make sure you are perfectly grouped, or you can get that wall to come out in a time that's beneficial.
Surprised they didn't just wall there. I don't know what they're waiting for there, but I could have just killed the Diva. The Diva into the Mei is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, but I think he got caught with his pants down there. I don't know how he got went on. That's why I don't like that play. Like, he's super reliant on his teammates making the call that people are in. But if he had just... I mean, he didn't want to wall off the Diva because the Diva could fly over the wall. So I guess it's a really good play, I guess, in theory, from Rogue. Because if they push the Diva in, it doesn't matter if the Diva gets walled off because she can just fly over it. So, like, they're trying to bait out the wall there. But instead, he doesn't use his cooldowns correctly. Unfixed doesn't. So he just gets, like, killed. Like, he really shouldn't have died there. He should have stayed in the ice block longer and not really worried so much about that Lucio. That was close, actually.
Murder, they cried. Murder! But still, Rogue are getting on towards this point here as well. That they've done it a little bit quicker than Reunited, to be honest. About 2 minutes, in fact. So they managed to work their way around the May, reinforce a brief switch towards Diva there, actually allowed him to take down Winghaven. Of course, he wanted the rocket booster to get over.
But the Diva was good, I guess, because it baited the wall. They just wanted a way to bait the wall. But now Rogue's going to switch back to Reinhardt, but they don't have Reinhardt ult now. Like, they're really far behind on Reinhardt. And they're in the same position that they were in before, except now Winghaven needs the clutch. Like, Winghaven's the only ult on defense, so like if he gets a fat Earth Shatter, he's going to be in a good spot.
Quite awkwardly here, and we're going to have AKM probably trying to drop his High Noon over from the side here in just a moment to force that Reinhardt shield. Everybody.
But they don't have any real combo for the Dragon Blade. And there we go. They get all their ults up on Reunited because they wait too long for Rogue. How's he ult there? There's a really good defense. Once you get the ball rolling on defense on this map, it's very hard to like it's very hard to lose, I guess. Like once the defense gets established and has the ults advantage, offense has a very hard time coming back into the game. That could have ended pretty poorly for United. But it didn't because they held. So now they have a lot of time. This Ana pick's pretty good though. It's just good on this map because it's so open. But that's pretty much it. It's like you have so much heal and you're not really gonna get caught out. What are they doing here? He missed his charge and I think that's really bad. I guess that they pushed in to get ults back up, but this Cruz is gonna get ult so fast on Ana. Like, hard to do. I mean, Ana on defense is pretty hard to run, I would say, or it's less efficient as on offense, but it's not bad on this map. It's also not bad on like Hollywood. Anything where there's an open sightline, pretty good. Ana ult's just good at delaying too, because it makes your tanks even tankier, and then you can hold. But he has his ult already. He like died, switched, and one fight has his ult. Like if you can use his ult on Unfixed or on Winghaven, like they'll be in a good spot now for this fight. And there it is. He just ults. Like how they kill Winghaven right now. Winghaven's so tanky. A little unfortunate that that's how his ult got used, but he actually gets the kill on Tavik.
Luckily, I think he has that time. Is Rogue playing very cagily off to the right side here, but even Reinforcer got himself from behind. This could be quite deadly. Earthshatter comes down here from Winghaven. Mort's gonna initially come in.
Man, Winghaven's so good, guys. Like, that was a big Earthshatter. They came in with that push, and Winghaven's like, haha, ha ha ha, and just fucking slams them. Like, that was really good. Like, Cruz killed Tavik as the Ana, and then Winghaven just hits like a 3-man Earthshatter casually and then pins someone like against the pillar in the back. Like, that was actually just such a good play. Now they have Dragon Blade into Black Holes, so we'll see how this works out for them. I would expect them to win here, to be honest with you. They're getting flustered. How did Unfixed just kill Unco? And AKM, what is Unfixed doing? Just doing monkey things. A monkey just killed 2 people on their team. And now 3 kills. He got 3 kills. Alright, Unfixed just won them that fight. They didn't have to fight. That was just Unfixed. Like, this is the worst person to spec, by the way. Like, I'm getting him. How's he aim? Sensitivity.
When his whole team is, well, leaving him on his own, and obviously his English is not super good, he's French bloke, so that's what he likes to say, but Cruz now going to back away as well. We're hearing the Dragon Blade coming out, and Cruz is trying to duck away here. It's Tavik going very, very deep. He finds Belly Tundra as well. There's no escape for more.
He gets so close to death, man. But that was just a good play. They dropped the beat into Black Hole, or they dropped the beat into Dragon Blade, and fight like that. Ooh, that's so sad that Mort wasn't able to get on Kib there. If he kept Kib alive, it might have giving them a fighting chance. I probably would have liked to have seen him get off Anna though. Like you have to defend the point. I was just unfortunate timing. I think if Mort had gotten like there like half a second earlier, they might have been able to hold for a little bit longer. But it is what it is, you know. Such is life.
There's been so much time trying to punch up on that top level there. The Anna pick, fantastic from Cruz, really working out. Rogue lost 2.5 minutes on that push, so they're technically behind.
I'll answer that at the end. I don't really want to talk about other teams that aren't in this match, but I just analyzed all of C9's VODs, like, or their VOD from before.
What did I say last time? We're going to see the Ana future very soon, and we saw it. There was actually quite effective. I think, unfortunately, though, in that last fight when he went for the...
So if you're Reunited right now, you're pretty happy, I guess, because you have a lot more time. But anything can happen on 2CP. Like, one really good hold can, like, win you a game.
Onto a certain person, but there's about 3 or 4 people in front of you, and you need to wait, of course, until the reticle comes up on that particular person. Sometimes it's hard to land them.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Sometimes it hits the person behind you, and Lucio always, at that particular moment, speed boosts right in front of you. It's guaranteed to happen.
Speed boosts you, so you miss, or you fall off the edge or something like that as well.
Yeah, so we're actually seeing, again, the consistency in their belief that this Mei strategy is something they want to run. It's not a surprise. It's not something bizarre. This is, you saw us do it last time. We're going to do it again.
You ever run, if you run Mei and, like, Torbjorn, like, as trolly as that sounds, I would say that's probably good. They just missed the fact that Kip got in behind. What just happened? Why is he ignoring him? He just like does not care that Kip is there. Like they just ignore Kib. Kib just went nuts. They abuse that second window, man.
Keeping this fight going here, but a back and forth one is the sort of split over the side, and Unfixed falls there to Nox. Kib's gonna do some serious lifting here.
Yeah, absolutely. Throwing his dash out there. Not quite.
Why isn't he capping?
They're just awkwardly holding in the stairwell. Surely gonna speed boost out of there soon. They have to contest this point. But if they all die here, they may be giving.
Ooh, that was a big charge.
Having your spawn staggered this badly can definitely be really dangerous. We have Kib now with Dragon Blade. He's probably gonna want to opt to not use it, but actually gets killed in the back by the Zenyatta.
He switches to Tracer, get back to the fight faster, and then winds up getting like a kill or 2 here. And that's just goes back to like hero switches just being good. The good news for Rogue, or for Reunited rather, is that they got 2 ticks on the point, and they forced Tivik to get off a hero that's good on the second half of the map. So it's not the end of the world. Like they should just be able to speed boost in here and like get a kill or 2, or like hit an Earth Shatter or something. They should probably wait for Cruz to get ult though, but they should probably take a push here that they will lose. Really sloppy from them actually. Just kidding. I don't know if his shield went down or if it broke. I don't think it broke though. I don't know what just happened. He might have been low on the shield. He's not low on the shield though, because I'm in his point of view right now where he's dead. His shield's still at 800. So I think he just dropped it. And if you drop it, you lose. So that's unfortunate. Now Winghaven comes in, he's like, "What's up dudes, I'm Winghaven." He gets a kill. 3 point. I don't know why he was gonna ult though. Like the charge was so high on that McCree that there's no way he ever gets that thing off. Like that he ever gets that ult off. That's just a mistake.
3 minutes left to get this last point. Now Rogue, they slipped up last time.
They have so much time now. But they're not. They're down the ult advantage. Wins. Has ult. Unko has ult. Nox has ult. His shield wasn't gonna die though. He had an 800 charge on it. He needed the high noon to break his shield, but I don't know. That was never gonna happen. Like that ult was never gonna go off.
Rogue is faltering. Deadeye got reflected at him. He was about to get a 3-4-man Deadeye inside the Graviton Surge.
That was bizarre that they just lost that. That bubble? That bubble. He just bubbled Morte onto the point, and then Morte made it onto the point because Earthshatter didn't kill him. Maybe it was on no. Who was it on? That bubble on Wins, from Wins onto Tvik, it was onto Tvik or to Unco, and it like just gave them enough time to get on the point. That was really clutch. If you're Winghaven there, you don't expect it to happen. Like, that was definitely the right play from Winghaven, but that was very, very close.
So that means no funny business allowed if you're Rogue here. You're going to be checking to make sure no one's sneaking onto that point or just finishing the map here. Valitage going for a bit of a duel there for Tvik briefly, but forced back as there's a couple more bigger fish to fry on.
So Wins already got this kill, their push is just dead. Like, Wins gets that pick and their push is infinitely harder. They have to back all the way up. Like, this is why dying on offense on 2CP is really, really bad. Like, 2CP is pretty hard to end the map. Like, you have to like get like a pretty clean fight 4 or 5 for 1, and it's very hard to do. Like, if you die if someone on your team dies before you can push, like, the odds of you pushing successfully are so slim. But they still have a minute. I mean, there's no threat. They just have to be fast right now. They shouldn't even really try to win right here because the odds of them winning, I mean, they're in a good position, I guess, if they drop the beat and get a good high noon off. But we'll see. Every second that they waste is just a bad second. He dropped the beat there, but he missed half his team. He missed Winghaven and he missed Kib and Mort. That was a weird idea. The VK Wins just went nuts. Like, it looked like on paper that Reunited was going to roll them over and they got a 3k with their Dragon Blade combo. But at the same time, Rogue got a 3k with their Dragon Blade combo. And now it's Wins versus Valutaja and Unfixed. What? Wins like crouch spams. Valutaja misses like 1 shot and then they lose. That was sick. That was sick. That doesn't happen, man.
Quite champion stands up tall against Reunited, keeps Rogue in the game. It was a 1v2, maybe even a 1v3. Yes, I'm yelling. Yes, that was exciting. And yes, Rogue have held Reunited back, only with 3 points.
And this goes back, this is actually so dumb, but if that drop the beat had hit Winston and the Genji, if Kib had dropped the beat on him when he fought, they would have won. Like, that one small inefficiency with their drop the beat, or the 2 or whatever, like, actually wound up making the difference. Because they didn't have that extra 5 or 10 HP to take that fight. Like, if the Genji required 1 more bullet or shot to die, maybe Wins doesn't get that kill. So, I don't know.
And then he gets to go over to, oh my lord, he gets to go over towards
it's not about range, it's about vision. If you're not in line of sight of the Lucio, you're not going to get the ult. Just like a small inefficiency in the Lucio ult, like, wound up costing them, I think.
Survives with just a slither of health, and if he doesn't get MVP for that performance there, I don't know, man. So, let's take stock those there. Reunited have 3 points here. So Rogue will capture this, if Rogue can capture this first point, they go to 3. If they don't finish, and they only have 3 points, it will be a draw. We will be going to probably Nepal, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, we don't actually do a coin flip or a final push there. If their time runs out, we will be going to Nepal to finish out on a best of 3 there. So maybe not actually the final map here on Hanamura. This one could really go the long haul, but 2 minutes and 50 seconds, everything has to go right.
I'm not going to Koth if this goes to Koth, because like I really don't care about Koth. Tiebreaker here was Ilios, I think, so I don't really want to watch it. It's Ilios. I'm not really a fan of the fact that like a best of 3 on a completely separate map is like tiebreaker for
to come up and slow things up here. Victor's going to try and barrel over the top of it, finds himself a kill, but the rest of his team are being cut down. That's not going to help.
They get the May wall off, but they're just like, I don't care. Well, let's talk about like how this works. Like, Unfixed gets his wall, but they kill Cruz, but then Rogue dies altogether. Like, this is really good. If you look at the deaths right now, Cruz is dead, all of Rogue is dead. So if they can like, if they stagger Unco spawn, they shouldn't have killed him there. That's a mistake. Just let him live. What the hell is he gonna do? He's a Zenyatta. If they staggered his spawn, it might not have been that bad. But I would expect Rogue to be able to just come in right now and like, if they can get behind the wall, they'll probably win the push.
It seemed like everything was going into Vig's favor until a large German man showed up.
Yeah, it's just like a truck out of nowhere from off screen somewhere, and he got caught by.
But Winghaven just got like a 4K or something with a charge and like swing, so Winghaven's a god.
It happens. Yeah, there is a random element in this game sometimes. That was probably it.
The push coming out.
Genji's in by himself.
The Genji first, getting pushed into the back.
They're taking way too long to kill this Genji. Vik still has full health here somehow. I don't even know how he still has full health. I think he got Zenyatta orb on him. But half of the team is literally chasing Tvik around the map. And now there's a monkey here. Now they have Tvik and a monkey behind them. Monkey goes down, but everyone else just got through the choke because everyone was chasing Tvik and the monkey. So like, you traded Tvik and the monkey's positioning for your entire team getting in on the point. And now Winghaven's like standing here actually blocking close to nothing. Half of like Reunited's health right now isn't that healthy. So like Wins and Tvik are actually in a good position to like get some kills here. Cause like Winghaven's actually doing nothing right now. Like, he's not blocking anyone's damage. So now Morte goes down, and there's still a pretty fat Zarya and a Genji.
Everybody on such low health. Unfixed goes for a charge on the bell, but it doesn't even ring. Dropping the May.
Like, AKM spawned up his Tracer, came in fast. Reinforces the monkey comes in fast, and Wins just spawned. But because half of Reunited backed up to chase Tvik and reinforce, like the rest of Rogue just came through the choke and takes the point. Like, that was good. I mean, it looked risky, and it was risky, but because they drew their attention away from the point, it like forced Winghaven out of position. And then Winghaven wasn't actually doing anything with his shield for the duration of that fight. They just like took slow kills throughout the.
There is no more May anymore though. Not sure if they're going up top. Looks like they.
And here's the pressure's on. 1 minute. That's all you got. Probably 1 or 2 pushes at most. Winghaven comes in. That's worth it. Get the kill on the Zarya. Like, Zarya is such a good hero to push with. Taking the Zarya out of the fight is like massive. And now this is what I meant. Like, you don't want to kill him. Just leave him alone. It's just a Lucio. He's not killing anything.
And you can see them finally chasing him away like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. You can't trickle onto this point as the attacking team because the defense spawn is so much closer.
Reunited's in a really good position right now because they have all these ults. All it takes is a good Transcendence to counter everything Rogue has, but if AKM gets like a good sticky off or Tvik gets like a good Dragon Blade and they split up.
Otherwise, we need to go to a very short tiebreaker, and this series would well and truly have gone all the way.
Is the mistake more on the May? Yeah, probably actually. The May and the Reinhardt like overcommitted. Transcendence comes in. Morte dies without popping Transcendence. That's a big problem. If you're Morte here, your Transcendence probably will or would have won you the fight. But he dies. And Tvik gets a kill. This is like, if you're Rogue right here, you're like, yeah, we got it.
They've done it. They may have just done it. They're trying to capture this point. It's still being contested, but it's in overtime, and that's good enough.
But like, what's that line from Dexter? Like, surprise motherfucker? Like, Unfixed, they have no idea where he is. And Morte still has Transcendence. They didn't cap it at all.
For Rogue, if they get this in overtime, they win the map.
Times 4, times 4. And then suddenly, a monkey appears. Look at this shit, guys. There's a monkey here. Monkey with 90% ult. This is... Kib just died right now. Kib like came in, they were looking at Kib. Surprise monkey, guys. He was at 90. He just hit like 3 people with his pounce. Instant ult. Oh look, it's Morte, who dropped his Transcendence on accident before. Every kill that you get as the defending team here is huge. Reinforced dies, Unco dies, Surprise McCree. Monkey still unfixed, is still alive, just jumping on people's heads. Like, Winston, pretty good hero. And like, when you play CP maps or when you play Koth, like, this is why Winston's a good hero. Because you can get in, you can get your ult off. You're so, like, you're just so much damage to get through. You can delay forever. Like, that was actually so lucky because Morte didn't want to drop, like, he didn't want to die with Transcendence, but because he died with Transcendence, it kept Unfixed alive and, like, got him back to the car. Like, I mean, obviously he would have rather abused it when he died, but because he didn't, it wound up, like, being another, like, it gave them, like, another chance, I guess. Like, they probably should have lost, but because Unfixed was unchecked, they didn't kill. They couldn't, like, end the map. And Transcendence with a monkey is, like, so much to get through. You're not killing anything. So, that was that. That was Hanamura. They tied, actually, and then they go to Koth for tiebreaker, but I'm not watching Koth because Ilios is not in my agenda tonight, guys. And this is where we watch the play of the game from someone else's point of view.